Question 16. Explain briefly about friction and anti-friction bearings. Answer. Friction bearings. This type of bearings contact that shaft directly, such as bush bearing, journal bearing, etc. These bearings generally made of cast iron, brass and gunmetal. Anti-friction bearings. These type of bearings have rolling elements such as balls, rollers, etc. Question 17. Where are the following bearings used? Answer. Ball bearing is generally used on high speed with light load because it has point contact. Roller bearing is generally used on high speed with heavy load because it has line contact. Question 18. What are the various types of bearings? Answer. Bush bearing. It is a plain cylindrical bearing made of brass, gunmetal, cast iron, etc. Its inner bore is finished and made running fit to the shaft. It is generally used on low-speed shafts carrying light load. Ball bearing. It consists of outer race, inner race, steel balls and cage. The balls are rolling themselves in the tracks between the outer and inner races. Bearing is fitted on shaft while its outer portion is fixed in housing. Balls have point contact and are free in the races. Friction makes balls to rotate. Question 19. What is journal bearing and mention its use? Answer. It is a split bearing having two halves which are made of brass, gunmetal, etc. Its outer ends have collar on both sides. It is fitted in the housing generally made of cast iron. It is used where the supporting pressure of the bearing is at right angle to the shaft axis. Question 20. What are the advantages of anti-friction bearing over a friction bearing? Answer. For reducing wear and tear, for saving the power consumption, for easy setup, for smooth running of machine, for running at slow and high speed carrying light and heavy loads. Question 21. What is a cam? Answer. A cam is a cylinder, plate or other solid with curved outline which is designed to convert rotary motion into timed irregular motion on the follower which is in contact with it. The cam's rotary motion can be changed to reciprocating motion. Question 22. What are the main types of cams? Answer. There are two main types of cams used in industries. Radial cam. On this cam the follower operates in a plane perpendicular the axis of the cam shaft which is raised and lowered as the cam revolves. Cylindrical cam. On this cam the follower oscillates in a plane parallel with the axis of the cam shaft. Question 23. Name different types of shafts used in industry. Answer. Commonly 4 types of shafts are used in industry: main shaft, counter shaft, crank shaft, spline shaft. Question 24. Explain about a screw jack. Answer. A screw jack consists of a body and a square-threaded screw rod. Its screw rod has a head and a revolving pad. This screw rod acts on both directions according to the action of the lever attached with ratchet arrangement with the handle. It is used to lift the loads, therefore it is mostly used by motor mechanics. Question 25. What is a flange coupling? Answer. It is very common type of coupling used to connect the shafts by means of two flanges. Two cast iron flanges are fitted with key to the ends of the two shafts to be connected and fastened together by means of bolts and nuts. Question 26. Explain about universal coupling. Answer. It is used to connect two shafts whose axes are not in line with each one center block, two pins and two collars with lock pins. The forks are fitted with key on the ends of two shafts and then joined to a center block having two arms at 90 degrees to each other. This coupling does the function on the action of its two pins. It does not work well if the angle between the two shafts is more than 45 degrees. Question 27. Explain about pulley block. Answer. Pulley block is a block in which 2 or 3 group of pulleys are used with a rope to lift and heavy loads. The load is tied in the hook of the movable block and the effort is applied at the end of the rope which comes through the fixed pulley block. Question 28. Write about Muf coupling. Answer. It is a hollow piece which is used with key to connect the shafts. It may be found in cylindrical muff, half-lap muff or split muff type. A jib head key or a saddle key is inserted between the coupling and shafts throughout for connecting the shafts. Question 29. Explain about hydraulic jack. Answer. It consists of a cylinder and ram. The oil is forced into the cylinder. The load is lifted by this jack according to the pressure of the oil. In its working system, the oil is filled through the oil plug in the oil reservoir. It has a tube at the lower end and a non-return valve. When the lever is operated up and down, plunger moves up in the tube supplying the oil and it down the non-return valve which allow the oil into the cylinder which causes the ram raises. The ram raises according to the pressure of the oil which lift the load accordingly. Question 30. What is a chain block? Answer. It consists of two grooved pulleys which are fixed side on the same spindle having chain also, while another pulley is fitted with clamp in which a lifting hook is provided. One chain connects the hanging pulley. When a chain is pulled by hand, then all the pulleys start functioning and the hook carries the load. In this way the load is lifted to a required height.